Welcome to a special presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day here on 2K Sports. We want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. And tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Memphis Grizzlies here in FedEx Forum. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me at the table, Craig Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And we've also got Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. As you look at Memphis, they're holding on to second spot in the conference. A great season for them so far. And, of course, the Spurs, 5.5 games behind.
And for the Grizzlies, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
Even though some people doubted them, there are just as many people, if not more, who believed in this team from the very beginning. And it's pretty clear right now who was right.
And the starting group for the Spurs. Zohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembanyama playing the 5. Vassell in the wing along with Johnson. And it's Jones in at the 1. And for Memphis, the forwards for him, Bain and Jackson. Williams is out there with Morant. And it's Turner. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. This is the most wonderful time of the year. Christmas and the NBA. All wrapped up, Greg, into one beautiful package.
It is, partner. And as a player, it was always an honor to play in those Christmas Day games. And now it's an honor for us as announcers to call them. It's one of the best days on the NBA calendar.
On the court right now for the Spurs, they've got Castle. Collins is out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Baldwin in at the point. Spurs trail by 9. Pass to Castle. Here's Barnes. Here's McNeely. Still scoreless. Now here's Collins. And Pippen pulls it down. Pippen's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, Commissioner Silver has been direct. The NBA is hoping for more competitive All-Star games. Now, they've said as much before, but last year's high-scoring All-Star game did precede the league's not-so-subtle move to cut down on foul calls and allow for more defense overall. They are trying to get it right. Kevin?
And it couldn't be a great game without defense, so we like the direction. DA, thank you. And The rejection by Jackson. Memphis moving that ball around. Clark. Bank shot. No good. Spurs trail by 12. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Barnes outside. Pass to Baldwin from deep. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Outside Pippen. And the rejection by Collins. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
So both teams making some changes here. And so it's Memphis taking a 19-point lead into the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, what do you think was the main issue during the first half?
We didn't make shots.
Thank you for that insightful analysis, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Hello, everybody. Maybe a bit of a surprise in this one, but what a fantastic first half we witnessed for the Memphis Grizzlies.
When you shoot it efficiently, the probability of winning goes way up. It also saves you wasted energy.
Yeah, sometimes teams try hard, but they're disorganized. Not these guys.
Okay, fellas, now a look at the sharpshooters lining up for the three-point contest.
Some really interesting names here. So many great shooters in the league. That said, I know who I would pick. Shaq?
Shaq Shadama says you've picked the wrong guy, Kenny.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And we welcome you back to NBA action, a great tradition, Christmas Day basketball, here on 2K Sports. It's been a clinic out there by Jaren Jackson.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Jaren. A young team, but you're going in the right direction. How does a game like tonight help you keep that flow?
It's progress. You know, everything is progress. A win you can learn something from, a loss you can learn something from. So we're taking every little bit of it, and we're just happy to get one at home today. It's a step in the process, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching tonight's game on 2K Sports. See you later.
Downtown Los Angeles. That's the location for the Spurs. The skill to play outside, the strength to bang in the paint. 6'8" forward Harrison Barnes ready to use both as they get fired up for their game against the Lakers. Spurs, Lakers, just moments away right after this. Happy holidays, everyone. Welcome to our coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. On the sidelines, Allie LaForce. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some stats for LeBron James.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
Here's the starting group for the San Antonio Spurs. Sohan and Wemby are the bigs. Jones and Vassell are the 1 and the 2. And it's Johnson in at the 3. And for the Lakers, Hachimura at power forward with AD in at center. Reeves at the 2 with LeBron at the 3. And it's Vincent in at the 1. And in the front end of the back-to-back, what's important?
For BA, most coaches treat this one like a regular game. Try to win. Don't worry about minutes. Tomorrow, they may adjust the rotations a bit.
That's a completely new group for the Lakers. Here's James. They lead by 7. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. The 3 is up. Rebound by San Antonio. Last game matched up with the Grizzlies. A tough loss there.
Defensively, they weren't up to the task. Didn't play as a cohesive unit, and it really hurt them.
And, you know, that's all about effort, and I'm sure their coach let them have it for the lack thereof.
So on the floor for the Spurs, we've got Zach Collins. Harrison Barnes out there with Castle, and it's Baldwin in at the point.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
So it's Los Angeles now. After the basket by San Antonio. Pass to James. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Vanderbilt for 3. Hits the trifecta. And the Lakers lead by 8.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
Here's Baldwin. Check by James. Baldwin, pass to Collins. Here's McNeely. Three-pointer, no good. The Lakers lead by 8. Pass to Vanderbilt. Here's Connect. Fires for 3. Rebounded by Castle. Pulls it. Oh, he missed the chippy right there.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Here's Connect. Give him 8 points now. Christie passes to James. Pass to Connect from the arc. The rebound by the Spurs. Collins has got his 4th rebound in this one. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Here's Baldwin. Here's Castle. And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it.
10th in field goal percentage. And they've landed in the top half of the league for second chance points. They do a good job of chasing after their shots, but a little more effort around the rim could see them climbing even higher there.
And while we don't talk about, Austin Reeves has been on display for Los Angeles, helping them space the floor. 2 triples in that quarter. 3 for the game. We'll be right back after this word.
With All-Star Weekend around the corner, let's see who's looking to bring down the rims at the dunk contest this year. And something out of left field for you guys.
Ernie, left field, this is not baseball. This is a basketball show.
So it's like from the backcourt, maybe like from the corner?
Okay, let me do this over, okay?
Yeah, because I'm kind of
from the opposite end. Oh, wait, we ran out of time for the segment. Can't even ask the question.
See,
too bad. And guys, we saw an incredible performance from Anthony Davis in that first half, doing what he does best.
I like the aggressiveness. He's pushing the action, looking for his shots. I think he's going to be tough to stop tonight.
He has that air of confidence about him. You can't deny that. And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Well, you look at Keldon Johnson. He's really been playing well.
And given that he's just delivered a double-double through 2 quarters, I'm excited to see his stats at the end of the night.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. I think he's going to be going hard until that final whistle blows.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the And so it's the Lakers easily grabbing this one, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
All right, let's send it down to Allie LaForce, who's with our player of the game.
AD, a big night for you offensively. Seemed like you were willing this team to victory. Did you feel that way?
Yeah, this whole day, I was talking to myself just saying, be dominant. This is a time where you be dominant, take over games, and that's what I was trying to do all tonight. Just trying to go at my opponent, and make the best shots for myself and for my teammates. And we were able to make some big shots, make some big plays, but we got another one tomorrow, and we got to be dominant as well, and it starts with me.
Coach and LeBron have said since day one, this offense has to go through you. Thanks, AD.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. So long, everyone.
who say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Thanks to Skylar Cole for that stirring rendition of our national anthem. And we'll be right back. It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. And as we're reaching the end of the calendar year, here's a great chance to delve into the updated power rankings. You look at the Grizzlies. They're moving on up, 4th spot in the rankings this time around.
And right now, the Spurs, they've run into a bit of a wall here as of late. Had been playing pretty good before this latest stretch. Now trying to do whatever they can to get back on track.
And the starting group for the Spurs. Zohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembenyama playing the 5. Vassell in the wing along with Johnson. And it's Jones in at the 1 spot. And for the Timberwolves, Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Conley. Then there's Reed. Then there's McDaniels. And it's Minot in at the 3 spot. And the Spurs start out with the ball. And on paper, Greg, this might set a completely new lineup for Minnesota. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Collins checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Barnes comes in for Sohan. Castles checked in for Devin Vassell. And Baldwin subbed in for Jones. Now here's Barnes. Nothing on the board. Gobert with the block.
One of the best to do it. Gobert adds another block to that career total.
To the paint. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Timberwolves?
They're contesting shots and have also come up with some significant blocks, putting a little doubt into the minds of the opposing shooter.
And the other thing that's working for them tonight, getting out into the open floor. A lot of the damage coming in transition.
5 to shoot. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Buries the long-range jumper.
Yeah, spot-up shooting, one of Barnes' really strong suits offensively.
And Clark has got the ball here for the Timberwolves. They lead by 7. They're getting their first look of the season at San Antonio in this one.
And they usually came out on top when these two teams faced off last year. No surprise, they're the better team.
Wood just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. Here's Baldwin, driving inside.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Shannon passes to Wood. Here's Shannon. Clark outside. Back to Wood. Here's Shannon. Over Castle. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Oz Reed has been on display for the Timberwolves. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We come back right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game we're watching with the Timberwolves, guys.
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
Timberwolves leading by 5. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Pop. Facing a deficit in the second half, what do you tell your guys?
I think we just moved the ball a little bit. We were just on the dribble a little bit too much, and we've got a lot of pressure out there, so the ball's got to move.
Pop, thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so's our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out.
And for that game against the 76ers, they've had the better season, but this game feels close.
More than a few analysts have predicted an upset here. I'm going the other way. I think they take care of business. And circling back to the first half, things have not gone as planned for the Spurs.
They're letting that team fire away from deep, and it's not doing them any favors. Something got to change, Jet.
Yeah, hard to win when you're giving guys all day to shoot.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Now you have to like what we're seeing from Keldon Johnson.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Thanks very much. Rudy, what did the bench do to help you get this win tonight?
They've been huge. You know, they brought us back in the game, and everyone contributed. You know, it wasn't an easy night for us at the beginning, but we kept fighting, and it's a big win for us.
I'm sure you want to keep it going, man. Congrats. Back to you guys.
Much appreciated, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.
Welcome to the New Year's Eve festivities here on 2K Sports. We're ready to bring the year to a close in style. Alongside Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. Let's see the stat sheet here for Victor Wembanyama.
And he's gone cold over the last 10 games, guys. His scoring numbers are down, and he can't seem to get out of this rough patch. He's got to get himself going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
Here are the 5 for Philadelphia. Caleb Martin out there with Williams. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's McCain in at the 2 guard. And for the Spurs, Sohan and Wemby are the bigs. Jones and Vassell are the 1 and the 2. And it's Johnson in at the 3. Well, Grant, before ringing in the new year, we've got basketball to tend to. Can it be hard for players to stay focused?
Not really. I mean, these guys know they have a job to do. Maybe later they'll take part in all the festivities, but for now, it's all business.
Wembanyama, a line change here for San Antonio. Reed's checked in for the Sixers. Beasley comes in for Martin. Williams passes to Maxey. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Zach Collins out there with Barnes. Then there's Castle, and it's Baldwin in at the point. That's who's in the game for the Spurs. And there's the drive. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Pass to Reed. Here's McCain. Jacks up a 3. Baldwin with a rebound.
Man, just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Here's McNeely. He's guarded by Beasley. Barnes with a screen on Beasley. Here's McNeely. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And we have the league leaders over the last 10 games. This list is best scoring point guards. 4th, Tyrese Maxey.
And you know, this is a collection of maybe the most well-rounded offensive talents in the league.
Well, that's one of the...
What a performance for Tyrese Maxey. He has been the story for Philadelphia. He made a big impact, scoring 12 points in the quarter. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Joel, some fireworks early. What's going to be critical to keeping it rolling?
Just keep moving the ball, get stops. And I think the kids just moving the ball, playing together. We've been doing that, and we got some hot guys, and we got to keep fitting them.
Ball movement is key, guys.
Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East. Guys, I want to talk about something else for just a second. Is it me? Or have the alternative jerseys around the league gotten a little too creative?
I wish you wear an alternative jersey every once in a while, Ernie.
Yeah, man. You know, your threads are getting a little bit stale. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what's up with this? I just asked a basketball question, and now it's a personal attack. I'm done with you two. And looking now at that first half, anything that could have gone wrong did go wrong for the San Antonio Spurs.
They're getting cooked from long distance. Defensively, they have to do a better job of closing out.
Yeah, especially these days. It's not enough to protect the paint. Got to patrol the ARC as well.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
Let's get you back to the action on the floor as the New Year's Eve festivities continue. Without question, Tyrese Maxey displaying all his skills today.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
Well, I just love his fearlessness so far. He's charging inside like no one can stop him.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little. So no problem for Philadelphia as they get the win. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
And now we have Allie LaForce standing with the player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Joel, in the past, you've certainly had your critics, and you have not run from them. What are you looking to prove out there?
Just being dominant, so I want every time people hear my name, I want them to know that I'm a dominant player.
Well, you do have the ability to dominate every single night. Good luck moving forward.
Allie, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. We'll see you later.
Now, let's meet the visiting from a whopping 650 feet above sea level, San Antonio Spurs. At forward, Keldon Johnson. At point guard, Trey Jones. At forward, Jeremy Sohan. At guard, Devin Vassell. At center, Victor Wembanyama. Head coach of the visiting team is Greg Popovich. It's time to meet the starting five for your Denver Nuggets. Starting at shooting guard, 6'6", number 0, Christian! At forward, number 1, Michael! At power forward, 6'8", number 32,
Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, former NBA players Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, with David Aldridge joining us courtside. Now let's take a look at the top rookies in the league. Our rankings here for the race for Rookie of the Year. Distinction every young player would love to have. While not in the top 5 currently, he's definitely on the radar screen and he's been playing some very solid basketball.
And I just love the way the competition between these rookies has taken shape this year. Everybody wants to take home that Rookie of the Year award.
Yeah, it's been especially intriguing race for that honor this season, and it's only going to get more as we head down the stretch.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Zohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembanyama playing the 5. The guard pair are Jones and Vassell. And it's Johnson in at the small 4. And for the Nuggets, sharing the wing spots, it'll be Brown and Porter Jr. And so it's the Denver Nuggets looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Here with Coach Mike Malone. How has ball movement opened up things for you offensively?
Every game we have where we get into a one-on-one game, over-dribbling, not passing, we become very easy to guard. The good thing about tonight is the ball is moving. We're trying to make plays for each other. When we move the ball, we get high percentage shots, which is all we can ask for.
Thanks very much for your time, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. After a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You have to like what we've seen from Jones.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback. So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Jamal Murray is out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Peyton Watson. Then there's Šarić. And it's Strawther in at the 3 spot. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Murray with it. He's picked up by Collins. Out to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And the Spurs making a change here. Branham's checked in.
Substitution on the court.
Morris outside. It's the Nuggets winning this one easily. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Thank you, Nicola. What are you able to do that allows you to impact the game so dramatically?
I don't know what is happening, but I'm playing good. The team is playing good. Like we're kind of clicking and we are playing better and better. Hopefully we're going to continue to play like that.
It is really flowing right now, man. Congrats on another win. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for our reporter, David Aldridge, and our analysts, Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We thank you for watching tonight's game. We'll see you next time.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. With two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. And a look at the stats for Victor Wembanyama.
And his effective field goal percentage isn't in the best place right now. Over the last 5 games, he hasn't had much shot discipline. He'll be looking to play a lot smarter today.
Looking at the starting 5 for the Boston Celtics. The two Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. Cason Wallace out there with Peyton Pritchard. And it's Porzingis in at the 5. And for the Spurs, Sohan and Wemby are the bigs. Jones and Vassell are the 1 and the 2. And it's Johnson in at the 3. Approaching the midway point of the season now, Grant. How much do players want to be named an all-star?
You know, B.A., I'd say for the young guys and for guys in their twilight years, too, it means a lot. But for the guys that have done it a few times before, you know.
A line change here for San Antonio. Hauser, he's checked in for Boston. Springer comes in for Wallace. Porzingis passes to Hauser. Now here's Brown. Pass to Springer. Here's Pritchard. Puts up a 3. Oh, he gets it to go. So far, he can't miss. He's 4 for 4.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
On the floor for Boston, we've got Kristaps Porzingis. Jaylen Brown is out there with Peyton Pritchard. And it's Hauser in at the 4. Here's Pritchard. He's got 10. Pass to Brown. There's the 3. Rebounded by McNeely.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And stolen by Brown. Here's Pritchard. Takes the 3. Rebounded by Castle.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
Outside Barnes. Pass to Baldwin. On the clock. He shoots. The rebound, Celtics. Brown's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Hauser. Here's Pritchard. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Here's Baldwin. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Did a superb job of creating just enough separation to hit the shot.
Well, to me, that's about skill overcoming size. And how about the fearlessness at the offensive end?
Victor Wembanyama's checked in for San Antonio. Sohan comes in for Barnes. Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Wallace comes in for Springer. Celtics lead by 5. And here's Tatum. 10 points for him. Shot from the wing. That one a little long.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
And the expression, not enough touches to go around. Do the Celtics risk falling into that trap, Doris?
Well, first and foremost, BA, if that's a problem for you, it's a good one to have. I think the key here is with all the weapons available, you have to have some personal sacrifice. And to this point, this team has been willing to do that.
Branham's checked in for San Antonio.
Number 20.
And so it's the Boston Celtics, up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. We'll be back in a moment.
Welcome, everybody. The story at the half could be summed up as a dominating performance for the Boston Celtics.
In terms of efficiency, they've been on point. Incredible execution. I love the way they're playing on both ends.
Yeah, they're piling up a massive lead, partly because they're not giving anything away. And next, a look at some of the possible participants for this season's dunk contest.
A lot of high flyers on this list. I've seen what they can do in game. Curious to see what they can do on the big stage when the lights are bright.
It's hard to go wrong with anyone from this group. I'm glad we have a front row seat.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. San Antonio with the ball. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, BA. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.
Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Spurs. On Wednesday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Dallas Mavericks. Then on Friday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Utah Jazz.
And when you look at the Kings matchup, you know they're going to be amped up for that one. And they'll need to be. That's going to be one tough game for that group.
And to look at the starters for San Antonio, Zohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembanyama playing the 5. The Cell in the wing along with Johnson. And it's Jones in at the point. And for the Timberwolves, McDaniels is out there with Naz Reid. Then it's Conley. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Minot in at the 3. And what a matchup we have here in the front court. We've got 1:28 left here in the opening quarter. Pass to McNeely. And he's good on the 3 ball. And the Spurs lead by 4.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Miller outside. Here's Gobert. He's guarded by Collins. Here's Minot. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
Well, I've liked their assertiveness inside. They've been getting...
And that concludes the first half. Spurs lead by 9. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Greg Popovich. Pop, what do you think was the key to having such a strong first half?
We played good D.
That was 4 words. Thanks, Pop. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Thanks for tuning in. With half the game in the books, a bit of ground to make up for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Losing the rebounding battle, it's easy to lose control of the game. Fortunately for them, they have another half to go.
Yeah, now they can lose by twice as much.
And now let's take a glimpse at some of the games on the upcoming schedule. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. Spurs leading by 9. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA. presented by 2K Sports. See you later.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. In this game, we'll see the San Antonio Spurs against the Dallas Mavericks here at their home, American Airlines Center. I'm Brian Anderson with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill. Allie LaForce will be reporting from the sideline. Let's take a look at the Western Conference standings now that the new year is upon us. You look at the Mavericks, they are holding down the #1 spot in the conference. Not a bad position to be in. And of course the San Antonio Spurs, pretty far behind right now. Here's the starting group for the San Antonio Spurs. Sohan and Wemby are the bigs. Jones and Vassell are the 1 and the 2. And it's Johnson in at small forward. And for the Mavericks, the 2 stars in the backcourt, Luka and Kyrie. Then there's Derek Lively. Then it's Klay Thompson. And it's Prosper in at the 4-man position. Well, Grant, we're near the middle point of the year now. At what point do coaches start looking at limiting the minutes of their stars?
You know, each game is really the determining factor for how that plays out. So, when possible, you keep your stars in there for close games.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Gaff. He's checked in for Lively. Grimes comes in for Prosper. Hardy, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Gary Trent Jr. in for Irving. We've got 1:23 left in the opening quarter. Pass to Baldwin. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Daniel Gafford picks one up. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for San Antonio?
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And also the coaching staff has to love the hustle so far. Just playing with great energy, getting out and converting. In transition.
Pass to Hardy. .103 left in the first quarter. From outside the arc. Collins with the rebound.
He's still scoreless in this quarter. And at this point, they can use every point they can get.
And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here.
He was all over that pass.
What a performance for Keldon Johnson. He's been the story for the Spurs. Hit a couple from downtown this quarter. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
This is where you pile up wins and move up in the standings. But these can be trap games as well.
And that goes to your leadership, man. Good leaders keep you from playing down to your opponent.
Changing focus now to the tough first half for the Dallas Mavericks.
They were careless, lots of turnovers. It's tough to win playing like that. I think I can hear coach in the locker room right now, volume set to 10.
I'm sure he's giving them an earful and then some. Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
begin with a big gap on the scoreboard. The second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Well, you look at Keldon Johnson. He's really been playing well.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten. And so it's San Antonio easily grabbing this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Craig Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And reporting from the sidelines all game long, we've got David Aldridge. And how about we check the numbers for Lauri Markkanen?
He's been playing a much bigger role in their offense over the past 5 games. It comes across at his usage rate, which has gone up during that stretch. We'll see if they continue to lean on him here tonight.
And the starting group for the Spurs. Sohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembanyama playing the 5. The guard pair are Jones and Vassell. And it's Johnson in at the 3 spot. And for Utah, Markkanen is out there with Walker Kessler. Then it's Williams. Then it's Harden. And it's Harper in at the shooting guard position. And if you claim to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball.
Both teams changing it up here. Outside. Collins. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Vassell. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, if you want to win, of course, playing both ends of the floor is essential. Former Defensive Player of the Year, Draymond Green, says, we've seen teams for years make the mistake of thinking they can put a great offense out there and win. You run up against a team that's just competent offensively, but they play defense, you're going to lose. Kevin?
Got the 1-2 punch as Draymond talks about. Man, that is something tough to get by. DA thanks. He can't get that one. Collins with some nice D. Here's Baldwin. Outside Collins. Collins setting the pick for Vassell. Nails the wide open jump shot. Vassell's got 6.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Stolen by Collins. And the Spurs pushing it up now. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his first personal foul. 15 foul.
San Antonio shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
That free throw missing. You know, Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton-Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls, the Jazz. Still searching for that first NBA title.
Filipowski, he's checked in for Utah. Williams comes in for Keontae George.
Number 30, Liam McNeely. Substitution on the
court. Here's George. Still yet to score. Outside Williams. No good there. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll return shortly. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And, you know, the Spurs have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
They are playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
Jazz trail by 13. On the court for San Antonio here in the second. They've got Castle. Kelvin Johnson is out there with Zach Collins. And it's Baldwin in at the line.
And nice touch inside. George can finish from all 3 levels.
Collins, a screen on George. To the middle. Collins, good. Collins has got his second basket of the game.
They're taking it right into the teeth of the defense, and it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
That's the kind of aggression you want to see when you've got a team on the ropes. That's his second foul here pretty early in this one. He's got to be careful for the rest of this half.
First team foul. Coming on the floor for the Jazz, number 11, Alex Caruba.
Outside, George. Pass to Hendricks. 5 on the clock. Sexton for 3. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And it's important Sexton makes those. The more he hits from outside, the more the floor will open up.
Here's Baldwin. Collins, a screen on George. Kicks it out to Collins. Here's Castle. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Jazz trail by 10. Here's George. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Baldwin the pass to Johnson. Richard, one thing is for sure with these Spurs, a lot of top free agents have got to be looking at him now as a destination.
It doesn't take a lot of skill to see that Wemby is a different type of player. And look, if you are a free agent, that's the player that you want to look at to say, hey, can I team up with him and go on a string of championships?
And Johnson drops them both. Where there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg, what's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
Pass to Castle. Now here's Johnson. Collins, a screen on George. To the left wing. Here's McNeely. Hits the three-point bomb. McNeely's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And so George will bring it up for Utah. 15-point game coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Well, they made a few key shots, but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
And tonight, I expect them to play better offensively. Try to get some closer looks.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Yeah, once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Williams kicks to George. Jazz passing it around. Shot to stop the run. A rebound by the Spurs. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
And the mental game you talk about, a lot comes down to coaching, having your players focused.
The Jazz making a switch here. Juzang's checked in. Spurs also with the sub. Thomas is checked in.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
It's your Utah Jazz.
He's checked in for the Jazz. The league's long-distance Bombers are setting their sights on the three-point contest this season. Here are some of the early favorites to make up the field.
And I love the way the voting is shaping up, Kevin. We'll have an excellent contest if these are the shooters who are firing away on All-Star Weekend.
Look at Harden. He's got a place in the three-point contest within his reach. I hope he makes it because I know how much this would mean to him to be a part of the event.
I mean, that's a good call, Kevin. He's the type of player that can really deliver on a stage like that. He'll be very dangerous if he ultimately gets in.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase this year. Some incredible shooters, that's for certain. We'll keep you updated as we find out more.
Yeah, and I think we're in for a real treat. I think the increased importance of the three-point shot in today's game has really shined a light on the talent, precision, and really the wow factor of how these guys can drill the long ball.
Pass to Hendricks. Now George. 17 points for him last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
And there really was a physical aspect of his performance that was off the charts. He was taking it right at him, and he just kept getting those calls and getting to the line. Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Pass to Castle. Collins with it, defended by George. There's Thomas at the 3, and Juzang pulls it down. Jazz trail by 20. George looking around. There's the pick. Over Castle. The Jazz with another miss.
Normally he drains that.
San Antonio with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Collins a screen on George. Here's Baldwin. No good. Shot missing. Nice D from Sexton. Pass to Hendricks. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Hendricks has got his first bucket of the night. Great Colin Sexton, still so young. He entered the league when he was just 19.
Yeah, drafted back in 2018. Sexton has a few years left in his 20s, so you expect him to continue to expand his game and improve on both ends.
Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here, and the rejection by Collins. Spurs leading by 21. Here's Castle. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. We are right in the middle part of a long season, GA. As a player, how do you stay engaged? How do you stay focused?
Kevin, this is where the grind can really catch up to you. Easy to start feeling complacent or check out a little bit. So you got to shake that off. And I tell you another thing, your coaches will play a huge role in keeping you engaged.
That's good from Castle.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
And so it's San Antonio controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Pop, how did you keep their offense down in the second quarter?
I thought missed a couple of shots. They missed some easy shots. So they helped us a great deal. So we were pretty fortunate that quarter.
Pop, thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums. They're measuring up the shot. Give it up for the participants.
Did you miss us? Stupid question. Of course you did. And we missed you. And tonight we kick off with our mid-season focus on power rankings. Let's start with you, Shaq. The Tower of Power.
Wait, if he's the Tower of Power, what am I?
Take a shower, Power.
Kenny, when you do that, I can't help you. Now we'll take a look back at our featured game. That was quite a performance for the Spurs.
They're really hitting the boards, making a major effort. That's a big reason why they're up.
Well, as the rebounding expert on the crew, I'm giving them the O'Neal stamp of approval, which is hard to earn. Congrats, guys.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Jazz trail by 12. We've got Harden. Also, George out there. Filipowski's out there with Colin Sexton. And it's Hendricks in at the 4. That's the group right now for Utah. Lets it go with a 3. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. As we approach the halfway mark, let's take a look at how everything stands out west. Take a look at the Jazz. They're 8th in the conference and really looking to improve on the back end of the season. And checking out San Antonio, 3 games behind.
And seeing where Utah is, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
And the clock is ticking for them to make that push. It's looking like they'll be fighting for a spot in the play-in.
And it's Vassell in the corner. Sexton with it. And it's Vassell picking him up. Outside, Sexton. Pass to Filipowski. George, that's a two-pointer, and it falls over the rim and in. George has got his third basket of the night right there. Spurs leading by 10. Collins kicks to Baldwin. Collins, a screen on George. Here's Baldwin. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Baldwin's got 13 points.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Here's Filipowski. He has yet to score. Gets it down to single digits.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
54 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Castle. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Castle's got 5 points in the quarter. And so George will bring it up for the Utah Jazz, down by 12. Here's Filipowski. Outside, Sexton. Here he goes. From deep, George. It's rebounded by McNeely. McNeely's got 4 rebounds in this game.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
There's a screen by Collins. Another shot. McNeely's shot is off. Outside, Sexton. The shot's good on the assist by Jordan. 10 points for him.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He'll be proud of that one. Bigs love when their passing skills are noticed.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Spurs leading by 9. On the floor for San Antonio starting the fourth quarter. Castle is out there with Baldwin. Then it's Thomas. Then it's Collins. And it's McNeely in at the 3, the small forward. Baldwin can't get it to go. The Jazz shooting 40% from the field. Here's George. Rebound San Antonio. McNeely's got his 5th rebound in this one. Outside Thomas. A 3-pointer off the mark. On offense, here are the Jazz. Sexton kicks to George.
And hard to decide which better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Baldwin looking for the opening. Pass to Collins. Here's Castle. There's the 3. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Got to at least show a little heart out here.
Launches a 3. It's good, and the San Antonio lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Hendricks.
As a player, a rough first half, look, it can wake you up. Sometimes it leads to much improved play in the second half.
Here's Castle. There's a screen by Collins. McNeely tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Nobody near George. Offline with his three.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Here's McNeely, defended by Sexton. No good on the three.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Good work there as it goes. Now just a 5-point Spurs lead.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Yep, that one goes in there. Baldwin's got 5 points in the quarter.
You want to know why they're winning? It's because of his play offensively.
George passes to Hendricks. Here's Juzang. Here's George. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Castle.
Name a type of shot Deontay George can hit it. More than capable of scoring at all 3 levels.
And Utah making a change here. Markkanen's checked in. Victor Wembanyama's checked in for the Spurs.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Baldwin the pass to Wembanyama. Here's Collins. Misses off the right iron.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Nice ball movement by Utah. Pass to Hendricks from outside the arc. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. San Antonio making a switch here. Branham's checked in.
Number 22.
And so it's the Spurs with the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when they can be.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. And so for Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and our reporter David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thank you for tuning in to watch the NBA on 2K Sports. So long.